Hi, it's Michelle Turner. In this lesson I'm about to do, working with the heel. The heel, most people look at the foot just doing this, flopping to and from, and the relationship we have with the leg to the floor. What people don't look is how the heel can actually rotate from side to side. Now for this to happen, this is side sitting. If a child or an infant doesn't present with the foot wanting to rotate through the heel like that, just that little bit, I know there's no way that the child is ready at that time for the pelvis and everything to set up for side sitting, for example, one of the things. What I'll also look at is if this is getting into, so let's say if you're standing there and you're just getting into a car or out of a car or in and out of a booth that turn to the foot. So that's what I'm working with on those kind of relationships and this kind of a movement. A lot of people look at the feet or the leg on how it's attached to the hip, which is important. So even just to lift the foot from the side, even if I were to let go, you can see how there's residuals of how the person wants to hold on to that. You know, the foot's just not dropping per se, it's getting there as I do it more. And she's learning what I'm expecting of her. But most people look at the feet on how it presents to the floor, meaning the heel. So they're looking for that windshield wiper type effect. What I also like to look at and organize is the heel, and as you can see right now, this would be a force. So what I'm looking for, and I'm going to show you today, is how the heel can come to the side and getting in and out of a car, or for a child this would be side sitting. Now a lot of it can be, and as you can see I'm dealing with a very slender adult, quote, the weight of the thigh or the actions of going on in the thigh muscles that are inhibiting this movement. I don't know. I don't know what the history is of the person, but that's what I'm going to look at. So first you need to prop. So even more so when propped, I have to really prop to release where the hip can function more, but you can see even more that the knee is not responding if I'm trying to turn the heel under. It just would be a force, and there's no reason to force her or anybody. Now just there is when I'm starting to feel the changes, and now when I can lift the foot up, I'm actually working with the hip joint as well as the foot and the leg and everything else. Another thing that's quite interesting is the extension. I talk about it before, more so with the hands, and you can look at the other video, but as a hand, so yes, I could either go and grab something, but the hand, everything, there should be an extension through it. Same thing with the feet. So if I go to elongate in the sense of the toes, there should be a nice extension that happens through the metatarsals. And when I say something like this, I'm not talking ever about something being wrong or incorrect with the person. When I point something out, I'm already making changes to make those changes happen. And that's a very, looking for an extension through the foot is something that would be very difficult for one to achieve on their own if they don't have it or it's been traumatized. It's easily to get traumatized from a sprained ankle all the way to a break, or it maybe never developed. I don't know. You can already see the difference now just in the extension through the foot. And it'll happen more when I go after the thigh. Now the torque is just starting to come through the knee and the shin. See the difference now of how the speed and the acceleration has changed in the foot. And again, this is where we're at with the extension. And this is where we're at. You can see the knee is out to the side now. But still the heel doesn't want to present over. And that's where I'm now going to go towards the thigh. Same thing I do on the foot. I like to see just by my touch, just bringing the knee over. Am I feeling any kind of resistance, strain, anything that's going on in the upper thigh, going off the trochanter? How the leg wants to come back. Another way of looking at it is tonus. It's easy to say someone's hypertonic or hypotonic or that kind of tonus, but there's a tonus. It's almost like a taffy pull. There's a health that's in the system or should be in the system. It's not just the obvious, like if someone has paper thin skin or something like that. It's when I touch someone, I go for the health. Now you can see from here how I'm directing the foot as well. As I'm pulling the knee out, I'm going in with the thigh. So it's a counter. There we go. It's just at the moment the torque of the femur was different from the torque of the shin and had to be more coordinated. So now I can go as far up now as underneath to the lower back. Again, just to give her more information that I'd like those parts included into the conversation of this part of the lesson. And again, I mean it when I say this part of the lessons. Lessons to me are an hour long. I mean, I work your system. Now, I know when the system's had too much, and I might go in and to do detailed or fine-tune it. But so far right now, I think we're not even into 10 minutes since the lesson. And again, notice nothing's forced, and the reasons nothing's forced is A, why should it be? And B, that's the only way she's going to learn. I have to be not necessarily gentle, but yes, gentle. I have to talk to someone's system where they want to listen to me. Nobody wants to listen to me if I'm yelling at them, and same thing if I were to force anybody to do anything. But at the same time, a body's just lying here, and if in lying down, I can't get the foot to present, to go from side to side through the heel, there's no way a person necessarily, without force being involved, is going to be able to do it in standing or on with their own cognitive abilities. especially at a place where they're going to learn how to do it. So now I'm going to go back and see what's going to put the foot. And that's just standing. You can really see the difference in the extension, how the foot can reach. Also, again, change in tonus, change of acceleration. So a lot of people, when they see this, they think I'm just pulling the toe. Well, I'm pulling a toe, yes, but in a sense, but I'm working with those qualities in the foot. If the qualities weren't presenting themselves, then I, quote, wouldn't be pulling the toe. And I can pull the whole leg. And there's the heel going off to the side. And also now, how much to command the whole leg. She's not, even though I'm here, the way I have the foot, it's not like the leg's flopping out. Now, she could if I let go. There, now the ankle is totally available to take the leg as well at a much more organized manner. The heel can spin off the foot. And again, just to show you, I haven't worked on this side yet. See that the extension is in the back too, so for the foot to spin off the heel. The difference, how the heel can come down and around. For those who say, oh, my hamstrings are tight and all of those kind of anomalies, it's not always about the situation when the skeletal system gets more organized. So now I can work on the twist or the torque through the foot itself. Now I can get into the fine ligaments into the arch. Because see how as the heel drops down, I can get in there. Let me show you that. See, as the heel drops down, that's where I can get in to all the higher arch functions. You can see how nice now the heel presents. Now it still does the windshield wiper quite nicely, but see how that's a much more organized way, working with the whole leg in the skeletal function.